Sagittarius. This is Des, aka the Starseed Revolution, here to do your reading for August 2020. I hope that the month of August will be fantastic for you. I hope that July was fantastic for you. And by extension, I hope Cancer season was fantastic for you because it was emotional for everybody. Cancer season was a doozy, right? Nevertheless, let's see what's going on for Sagittarius for August. Okay. Deep breaths. In and out. Angels and spirit guides, thank you so much for the messages that we're about to receive. Thank you for making me a clear channel into the hearts, minds, and spirits of the Sagittarian collective. I ask that any and all messages received here today will be for the greatest good of the sign, for the greatest good of everybody involved with that sign. In your name I pray. Amen. 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 All right. Let's have a look-see. All right. What's going on with Sag? What's going on with Sagittarius for August 2020? What's going on with Sag for August 2020? Oh, I might have pulled too much. 3, 4, 5. One more. I knew I needed one more. Okay. So. What's going on with the Sagittarian collective? I'm going to pull the initial spread and then we'll get some more for clarity. Okay. So, let's take a look. A lot of communication happening. I got that with Leos too. A lot of times people don't think that the elements go through the same things at the same time. They do. They just go through it in different degrees. Right? Okay. Yeah. I saw this when I was shuffling and I was hoping it wouldn't come out. But I think it means something else. Let me preface it with this, Sagittarius. The swords that you see here in this reading are in your mind. They are not real. You are not stuck. You are never stuck. Right? And so I get the sense that in August, some Sagittarians might be feeling stuck. Some of you all might have also blocked communication with someone in order to sort of save yourselves and in order to feel good about yourselves. And that's okay. That's totally okay. I'm all about self-care. I'm all about people doing what's best for them in the moment, because essentially you're not responsible for anybody else's feelings but your own, right? So those of you all who have had to block communication in order to feel good about yourselves, it's totally fine. However, I see some of you all, when it comes to communication, are kind of feeling trapped, like you can't speak. Like you can't speak your truth, right? And because you can't speak your truth about whatever this is up here, you know, and because you don't feel like you can truly be yourself, it's really causing you to feel like you're at a stalemate. Like you're being forced to make decisions that aren't right for you. Again, I'm getting blocked communication here because, you know, this could also be leaving somebody out, not communicating with them, not engaging with them, not giving them their energy. But again, you have to do what's best for you, Sagittarius, right? Again, these swords are imaginary, right? The worries that you have are all in your mind. Because the reality is you come across like this, right? A true fire sign, truly in your element, truly knowing who you are. And I think Spirit is trying to say that remember who you are, right? Have the strength to understand how you operate and how you communicate with people. Have the strength to understand that the way that you're communicating with people isn't wrong. It's just how you communicate. And not to let anybody knock you off your pedestal in August. They're going to try, but they can't. Not with this combination, right? There are some Sagittarians that might be having some money issues. Might be having some money issues in August. And Spirit wants you to remain strong. It's going to be okay. This too shall pass, right? You're almost there. I got you're almost there. Again, sometimes I get stuff in my mind, in my ear, and I'm just compelled to say it. It's gonna be fine. Yeah. See? Look. It's gonna be fine. Those of you all who are having money and communications issues now, you don't have to worry. You're going to get what's coming to you for the better. And I don't mean that in a karmic kind of nasty way, right? Because none of these cards are bad. Not for me anyway. This is temporary. This is a temporary setback, right? This is a temporary setback. But look what it leads to. Look what it leads to. All this worrying that Sagittarians have been doing, all of these imaginary swords, all of this fighting and this inner turmoil is going to lead to so much happiness. You guys have the happiest card in the deck. And not only that, next to it is an overwhelming sense of love and abundance and emotional fulfillment. So whatever it is that you're going through in the beginning of August, whatever you felt like you were going through during Cancer season, you know, even toward the end of July, whatever it is that you all were feeling like you're going through, all of that is going to clear up in August. Not only that, not only are you going to have the love, you know, you're going to have the clarity and strength of thought. You're going to have the love, but you're also going to have choices to make. You're also going to have choices. You're going to have choices, Sag. It's going to be fine. You feel like you don't have a choice in the beginning, right? Look how the evolution happens, right? It doesn't look like an evolution because it's not the same element, but it is an evolution. It is an evolution. It's a revolution too, but it's an evolution, right? It's an evolution in that at the beginning, right? You feel like you're stuck. You're not. She's not really. She could tie herself. She could untie herself. She's not even really bound. As a matter of fact, her hands are loose. And I wish this card depicted that, but the reality is the Eight of Swords, your hands are loose. You can grab that sword and cut yourself free. But she doesn't feel like she has a choice. And the evolution is that toward the end of the month, look, you have a ton of choices. So you go from feeling, notice I said feeling, not having, not actually being there, feeling like you don't have a choice, to having the choices. This is actually having choices. Now, here's the caveat with the Seven of Cups, right? The caveat with the Seven of Cups is that you have to be careful with the abundance of choices, because while it might look like a lot of choices, you might look like you have all the keys, the reality is that not all of these choices are the most viable. Some of it is an illusion of having too many choices, right? It's kind of the equivalent of, I'll give you the equivalent of this. I had a friend who hated going to restaurants. I would always be like, hey, let's go out to eat, friend. Let's go here, let's go there. And she'd be like, no, I don't think so. I don't think I'm gonna go. I don't think no, every time, right? And so I would ask her, like at a certain point I got tired and I was like asking her, why don't you ever like to go out to eat? What's that about? And she told me the truth. The truth was, I don't like really going out to eat because I have a problem with menus. Of course, I didn't understand, as an over-ass and analytical Gemini, with a sharp tongue and charging in, right? I didn't understand. I was like, what the hell do you mean you have a problem with menus? What does that mean? And then when she finally explained it to me, it dawned on me and I had an aha moment. She has a problem with menus because the illusion of too many choices is there. And so what happens is she gets the analysis of the paralysis of analysis, right? I almost said that backwards. The paralysis of analysis, having too many choices and then not being able to make one because there are too many choices. But in order to save you, sweet Sagittarius, in order to save you from the paralysis of analysis, here's what I'm going to offer to you. When you're presented with these choices toward the end of the month, when you're presented with these options at the end of the month, I need for you to really look at those choices. And not in an 8 of Swords way, right? But in a 7 of Cups way. Look at what's in these cups. Are any of these things real? Yes, the butterfly is real. The flowers are real. The fish is real. I think that's a fish. No, that's a cat. I thought that was a fish in the cup, kind of like the Page of Cups. Sorry. The cat is obviously real. This castle is real. This rainbow is real. But the reality is, this dragon is not. And this mermaid is not. And even if we're talking about rainbows, you can't touch those, right? At least, I don't care what Skittle says. You can't taste the rainbow. You can't touch the rainbow, right? So you have cups here that aren't viable. Those solutions are not going to be viable. Go for the tangible options, the ones that you can feel right then and there, right? And that's going to stop you from the paralysis of analysis. Look hard at the options that you're presented with in the month of August. What can you touch, taste, feel, hear, smell, right? Experience. Don't go chasing the stuff that you can't catch. Stuff that's not really there. Half of these options aren't viable. All right? Okay, Sag. Let's get an oracle card for you. Thank you, Spirit, for the messages. I get a message now for Sagittarians for August 2020. Do you have any advice for Sagittarius for August 2020? Any advice for Sagittarius? This guy. Okay. Wow. I pulled this for Leo too. I'm telling you, as a collective element, you guys go through the same things, just different degrees, right? This is learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. So finding the balance. This is about finding balance, Sagittarius. Finding the balance between, what did they call it? The transcendence and eminence. I think that's what they called it. Transcendence, meaning what's above us, and eminence below us. So as above, so below, right? So finding the balance between the fanciful, the fantasy, like what was in those 3 cups, and then, finding the balance in, here, I'll pull this back up. Right. Finding the balance between the less tangible things and the more tangible things, right? So you have 3 cups that are fantasy, 4 cups that are, I hope I didn't say 3 and 3. I'm sorry. Y'all know what I meant. 3 cups that are the spiritual, right? And then 4 cups that are the earthly. So Spirit is trying to tell you to stay grounded this month and find a nice happy medium between your fantasies and what you make reality. Okay? All right, Sages. I love you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe to me. Hit the notification bell down below. I'm also doing personal readings. I don't know why I didn't say that in the Leo video, but I'm also taking some personal readings, like limited personal readings, unfortunately, because the time difference is so vast and most of my clients are in the US. And so I am taking personal readings, and all of that can be found in the description box below. And until next time, I'll be back in the middle of the month to do elementals as a collective. And so I'll see you guys in the middle of the month. All right, Sagittarius. Bye.